So today I was finally able to get the 54 Chevy in the shop because one of our other project cars, the 71 Cutlass, went to the Media Blaster. So there's a whole bunch of space and I got to move the truck in. And it'll be here briefly, I promised the boys. But what we did today, because it was a very nice 55 degrees in January in Illinois, and we have a parts truck that's not worth driving or fixing, but it did have a lot of parts in it. So we took this transmission, it's a 3-speed, out of that 49 Chevy today, and we've cleaned it up in our parts washer. We took off the side cover, which is this, and actually it's this one, the clean one. And this one looks a lot better than the one that came off of my truck. If you can see that shiny part in there on the one of the, I don't know, I think they call them both forks. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but this one is pretty chewed up on my Chevy, my 54. And the 49 had a pretty decent, both forks look really nice. They aren't chewed up at all. This is the side panel that came off the transmission. The problem with my 54 is I couldn't get it into second and third gear. So inside here, this is much better looking transmission as it is, and also the synchronizer isn't out of place. It was you could look in the side panel and see that there was some gear or something messed up. In all honesty, this is my first transmission rebuild, so bear with me on the terminology. But I'm being helped by our master transmission rebuilder. He's actually my dad. So he's been giving me guidelines and telling me I have to use all the correct terminology today. So bear with me.
Yeah, I cleaned it.
Kevin did. Kevin cleaned the transmission in the parts cleaner, and my dad and I worked on the car, the truck, taking this transmission out. We're getting ready to pull mine out of the 54. We actually kind of got sidetracked honing brake cylinders, and by honing, I mean that we were trying to clean up the inside. I don't know if you can see inside of there. This one's okay, but not that great. My understanding is inside of here, the pistons, that area that the piston rides on has to be very, very clean, or the brake fluid will come out. And this isn't to Fritz or Kevin's liking, so therefore I'm probably going to have to order new wheel cylinders. One of them we did hone, and it came out very well, and we put back together, and it looks good, but the other three aren't so good. So this particular truck sat for a very, very long time. So I think it kind of corroded with some moisture in the brake fluid. So we're going to have to probably order some new ones of those, and I need a new U-joint in the back. Maybe. We're going to check when I get my transmission out. This U-joint has so much play in it. So we'll probably, I don't know, if my other one's good, we'll switch it. If not, I'll have to order a new one of those. My new wheels and tires are mounted, and they're so pretty. Randy painted them white for me. Just, I don't know, it's not exactly white. It's like kind of an off-white-ish color. And these are new tires I got off the tire rack, and we painted the back black, but they got oversprayed, but I didn't care. Remember, this is the low buck build. We don't care how it looks. We just want it on the road as soon as possible.
Those aren't new wheels, though.
They are not new wheels. We had them media blasted, and then we painted front and back black and white. And
custom size on this truck?
Yeah, they're 15-inch.
But the widths are all different.
Well, no, 3 of them are right, 15 by 5.5, I think. And one of them, I think there's 3 15 by 6, and one of them is 15 by 5.5. So we're going to put that in the back and hope that there's no problem. And this one is a spare that came off the actual side of the truck, and I used some 3M panel bond, actually, because this was completely corroded. You can see a little bit of it here, but this is right around where the valve stem went. So if I am able to, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to use this wheel because I got a new tire that's for a 15-inch wheel, and this is a 16. I think the truck might have actually come with original 16-inch wheels. And so I'm trying to find a fifth wheel. A fifth wheel. That's kind of like a third wheel. Anyway, a fifth wheel that isn't as corroded, but this was we were going to try it, and then we realized that the tire wouldn't fit because it's 15 and 16. That's a big problem.
I'm not sure that would have held there anyway.
We don't know either. I didn't trust it. So that's an issue. And then in the back of the truck, we've got all of our parts. We've got our new brake shoes. and our wheel cylinder kits that we were going to try to rebuild the wheel cylinders. Doesn't sound like that's going to work anymore, but I supposedly have to rebuild the master cylinder, so I hope that works. And I got some new shocks, and my Mexican blankets came in today, so
what?
Mexican blankets came in today.
And that, let's see that.
Oh yeah. They're going to be seat covers. Oh, here's my one built wheel cylinder. See, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Brand new little cups and all that stuff. Okay. Just like that kind of stuff. Oopsie. And I got a new belt. All these little parts came from Rock Auto. It's a great source. Here's my Mexican blankets. I like color in my life. So these are my Mexican blankets. They're going to be, I'm going to try to get them to be seat covers. And what else can I show you?
You found some other stuff in the truck that we didn't see.
Oh, the truck, this website I've been going to, stolebolt.com, one of the, what do you call those, threads, was what did you find in your truck when you cleaned it out? And I found some pretty cool stuff. I think I found basically like a emergency kit, but my favorite part is these flares, we think. And you unscrew them, and you pop out the top. And I guess it would be with like kerosene or something underneath, and you would light it on the side of the road and hope.
That's safe.
That's kind of my concern.
Hope you don't blow up.
Hope that you don't blow up the already broken down truck. So we're going to paint these up again. I think this is probably the coolest find. And then I found some red flags and flag poles.
Like Russia?
No, some safety. See, here's the little flag poles. And then here's the red flags. And I was told that, you'd like stick them in the ground at each corner of the truck so that people didn't hit the truck if it was parked on the side of the road.
You could say, hey, don't hit my burning truck because my flare blew up.
My flare caught on fire. Well, the first thing I was concerned about was driving around with kerosene under the seat. But, the gas tank is behind the seat, so maybe one way or another things are going to go. So the goal for this truck is tomorrow we're going to pull the transmission of this truck out. And I probably have to get a few new parts, so I won't have it put back in tomorrow, but I wish I would. And I have to probably order new wheel cylinders. So I still got to do the transmission, the brakes. We're talking about a 12-volt conversion. And, I have a major fuel leak. My carburetor, I think the gaskets are just completely old and worn out. So I got to fix that. And then hopefully I'm on the road. So I'm saying within the month.
On like Thursday.
Well, I mean by the end of February. By the end of February, this truck should be on the road, and it won't look very much different than it does now.